Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're gonna cut some Dimir Midrange, and we're gonna play it with Emet-Selch, the Unsundered. I don't know what this card is from. I'm assuming Final Fantasy 14. I don't remember him at all. And he has something that does something where there's 14 cards in your graveyard, so I'm assuming it's from Final Fantasy 14. This card is actually amazing. Because what the normal Dimir Midrange really lack is card selection, right? So a lot of times we get some useless card for a certain matchup get stuck in our hand. If we needed removal and we got a lot of control cards, that's not good. If we needed control cards and got a lot of removal, like cut down and go for the throw in our hand, that's also not good. So Emmet allow us to kind of filter that through like the old Celestis would. Now, Emmet also has a hidden ability that says whenever, well, first of all, Emmet, whenever he enters or attacks, we get to draw a card, discard a card, just loot a card. And then, on our upkeep, if there are 14 or more cards in our graveyard, we can transform him into Yawgmoth Whale, right? During our turn, we can play cards from our graveyard, and any card put in our graveyard is exiled instead. Kind of ability, kind of wild ability that gets us to reuse all of the things in our graveyard and basically push through whatever our opponent has, control or value-wise. But honestly, I think for once, this is flavored text. It's never going to happen. 14 is a lot in standard, and usually by that point, our opponents would have already won or lost. So the idea of this deck is just to have a 3 mana, draw card, discard card that constantly allow us to filter. So the rest of the deck is to support that with the good old Dimir Midrange shell. In the early game, we're going to have 3 Spyglass Siren and 2 Cecil, the Dark Knight. I cut the Cecil down from 4 to 2 in this deck, and also the Spyglass Siren from 4 to 3 in this deck because, wow, we now have a mixture of both the early game blue or black creature. And the best part is, well, we have evasion. If our opponent just blocks us, we can fly over them and get our Kaito out. And if our opponent doesn't, or I should say does have flying, we can not have evasion and just force the problem through with Cecil. Because Cecil is Death Touch. Most people don't want to block a Death Touching creature. Cecil is also very good at fighting early game aggressive creatures, because the 1 mana 2/3 kind of fights almost anything in the current standard. 2/3 Death Touch. We also have a 3 Deep-Cavern Bat. So that's our 2-drop play that also gets into our opponent's hand. Look at what they have and potentially takes a card out. We also have 4 Floodpits Drowner, which this is probably the most important card in order to get Kaito out. We want to, at the end of our opponent's turn 2, play our Floodpits Drowner, tap down whatever blocker they have, and our turn 3, attack with the Floodpits Drowner and cheating a Kaito. That's kind of the ability of the old deck. It's still here, but it's far more relevant now. Far more relevant now than it was before. Because of how aggressive standard is, we have to have these early game plays to kind of curve into our 3 drops. So the 3 drops, we have 3 Preacher and 3 Emmet. So I kind of cut down the Preacher and because I want to slide Emmet, and we also went down to 3 Kaito instead of 4. Those are all 3-offs, and it's kind of a wonky build. I'm not really sure what is the best card, and so I'm trying 3 of each. The idea is that if you have 3 off a card in your deck, you're hoping to draw at least 1 when you're playing. In any game. And that is our 1-2-3 punch, right? Don't look at the Kaito's 4 mana. We're going to ninjutsu him in for 3. Then our 4 mana play is Enduring Curiosity and Shield Drip. 2 Enduring Curiosity. We're going to have a pretty wide board, so drawing a lot of cards will be pretty good. And if we don't drawing a lot of cards, Shield Drip can gain us a lot of life and put us way ahead against our opponent in terms of life total. Alright, so that's kind of our tempo play for the Dimir Midrange. It's really all about these tempo, but we also have some removal. We got 2 cut down, 2 go for the throw, and 1 Anoint with Affliction. That's our removal package. It's a little bit lighter on removal because obviously this deck is aiming more towards the aggression than the protection, than the interaction. It's really just to push our envelope rather than let our opponent do their thing. We also have 2 Duress to stop our opponent from, let me put it over here, actually. Duress is perfect over here. To disrupt our opponent's place. If they have combos, Duress can kind of take that out. And we also have 1 Spell Pierce in this deck to kind of counter a combo spell if we need to, like Abuelo's Return or Awakening or what have you, or Zombify, which is pretty popular these days. Spell Pierce will take care of that as well. Now, the most important card in this deck that I teched in, 3 Leyline of the Void. So this is a big reason why I thought of running Emmet, right? So Leyline of the Void obviously a very good card to stomp out graveyard decks, but the problem with Leyline of the Void a lot of time is, what if our opponent's not playing a graveyard synergy deck? Then Leyline of the Void is not doing anything. Well, this Emmet kind of gets around that by allowing us to loot. So this deck is not dedicated in discarding a card to draw a card, but Emmet does allow us to do that, and the only time we really need to do that is when we have a lot of Leyline of the Void getting stuck in our hand, and we can discard them. Otherwise, if we're opening, we can just play them on board. It always tax out our opponent's graveyard, which is very important in a lot of matchups. Even if they're not dedicated reanimating deck, there's a lot of, Storm Chaser's talent that tries to target a graveyard that we get to put the kibosh on that shenanigans right away. And then let's talk about the land base. So, of course, we're going to have 25 lands because this deck kind of curves out a little bit more, right? We do have 4 drops that eventually we might want to play. So, we have 3 islands, 4 swamps, 4 Darkslick Shores, 4 Gloom Lake Verge, 4 Underground River. We also have the Man Land in 2 Restless Reef to attack with, 1 Fountainport, 1 Soulstone Sanctuary, and then 2 Starting Town, which should be pretty good as well in getting us the color that we need to play the game. Also, Arena's bugged, play style not working, and that's really all I got for the deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Ayase. Oh boy. Momo, you really let yourself know. We gotta go first. We already got the Emet-Selch, the Unsundered. It's the first time I read this, I thought it says understand. Of course, a fan. That was a mistake. We will... Alright. We're gonna Nightmare us right away. What do we drop here? Is it really the Emet-Selch that we drop? He is a good card, but... anyway, we're gonna draw a land right away. Alright, Deep-Cavern Bat him. What deck you running, huh? Momentum Breaker, Pixie, this town. Pixie this now. Breakers. So we drop it, right? Cecil. Cecil's nice. Don't want to get discounted. Is Cecil nice? Okay, what can Kaito do? You can draw me a card. How relevant is that, honestly? Alright, let's put it on the bat. Not bad. How are we gonna bounce? The bat. Hey, he doesn't have whites. It shouldn't be as fearful. Okay. Give me Kaito. I'll put a land in to Kaito.
Don't be jealous of my talent. Just in time to save the day.
Let's see. Oh boy.
Information is its own weapon.
Those are some good ones. Yeah, let's see. So it's more damage. It's not more damage, right? I mean, this could be a map token that's not as much damage anyways. And if this counts the Kaito, I think you bring it back. A lot of card draws. Oh, he's got the nothing. Okay, enters or attacks. Draw a card and discard a card. If there are 14 or more cards. There's not going to be 14 or more cards this year. I think we go for the attack. Alright, I went through. So...
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
I guess Cecil can go. we discover a creature? Oh, I do really want the Cecil out there, right? Sorry, creature, but we're gonna have to go. And now we can stop the this town. That's pretty good. Right, this town was one of our bane of our existence. Now it's gone. And we got a huge board. They do nothing. Held up all of their mana. Well, starting to discard a card. I think I want to keep the creature. Does it not have hex? Oh no, it has hexproof. It's just they have nowhere to run. So our hexproof is gone. This is what you get for being greedy and running 3 colors. This town? I thought this town was big enough. Three. Oh, you don't want to play it out? You jerk. You're cheating deck. Get out of here. Alright, our opponent is that Ash. Funny. We go first. It's a good hand to go first on. No card draw, but black mana. That's really all I do. Hit the curve. We will see though, because I could very easily just get at it like this. Black and white. Choose a non-land card. I don't think they're gonna choose the Floodpits Drowner, so that you can't take it. And we'll try to tempo from here. Not bad. Oh, okay. If I get a land, what am I gonna play? Either way, Duress is coming out. What deck is this? So many removal. Oh my gosh. Alright. Anoint. Legions to Ashes. We can pay 3 for Legion. Oh, nice. I mean, Kaito is gonna die.
I've always got a new. The housewarming party has arrived. My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
Here's what it is, though. We get on the board. We deal another 3 damage. Oh.
I'm really not used to losing.
That's great. This is not good. Well, let's see. He has removal. Nothing we can do. If he has creatures, we can kind of get around his creatures. With all the cards in our hand. Maze Mind Tome. Okay, he's taking the turn off. Please don't flood us. Come on. Flooding us without a mana. Alright, here's that 2. Let's try. I just get my Mirrors I can get through. That's a lot of ifs. He forgot to scrap. Okay. Right end. Oh, good clicks. Works for me. Alright, our opponent is RSV Pew Pew. Haha. Cool name. We go first. We're gonna ping ourselves to death. I was gonna say this is a Fountainport is a land that can't use the cast stuff, but I can at least use it on the map local. Something. Oh god. What is it? Keep to the top. Good for you. I want a bat. Kinda need mana, huh? Got mana. Kill one of these. Get lost. Why did you get lost here? Ow, my face.
I learned something in every... Did I scare you? Aha. Now I know your weakness.
That is pretty fun. Is it a stock up? Wow, okay. That's a gutsy move. It looks like just regular Jeskai. Stock up is really gutsy against what we are gonna do, but so we let him do it.
Just try to keep up.
Gonna get him damage rolls. What are you gonna do? Kill Shieldred? We still got a Kaito if we kill. You can't wipe the board. Even Farewell can't kill Kaito and Shieldred in one turn. Burn down the house can. That card is not instant. Whatchamacallit. How do I want to do this? I can lock it down and I can deal 8 damage to him. I would say that's a lot.
You're not going anywhere.
Helix on Kaito. That's kind of annoying. Do I want to spell Pierce the Heals? Still get it back.
Ah, fine. I'll make a new plan.
Oh, fish. Oh, should I go down to 1? Well, let this happen. Okay. I could just counter it. Ah! Locked. Never even got to play my Emmet. Alright, our opponent is J-Rock. Does Jay really rock? I guess if he gets to go first, he must be rocking something. Are you gonna duress me from my dream? Well, it's gonna be able to take one of my Spy Guy's Sirens. Probably just gonna duress me or something. Deep-Cavern Bat, also that. The Kaito. Makes sense, I will take the Kaito. Well, I don't think he's gonna trade to me, right? Sorry, got nothing for you now. Just land. Tiny ball. Ooh, Emmet. Emmet's okay, but it's not great. We just attack with the Floodpits Drowner because it's vigilance. Let's see what happens. If he wants to trade, I'll trade. Definitely the back. Alright, we're getting flooded. That's what's going on here. Dog ball. That's definitely something. I mean, is there a point in attacking me? Got your back. Walkers, not psycho. Do I want to draw or do I want to lock
I
down?
love a dramatic entrance.
That sounds good.
Take a break, will ya?
That's the stuff. Draw a card, discard a card. Got stuff. Surveil.
My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
Already got one. I could have used it now. To be fair. Forgot about that. My fault. And it's, you ever gonna trigger? Probably not. 14 is a lot, right? 14. Deep-Cavern Bat. Tap it up on one. Oh no, my island. Everybody go in? Let's just let everybody go in here. Come on. You can toss that. Oh, easy. That was no magic. Gig's just not very good once you're behind. Alright, our opponent is Akinator 007. Ooh, the Akinator. You know what I'm thinking about? Which character I'm thinking about? Okay. Well, we do have a Duress. I can't do it though. Going first is always careful. We can always have a Duress before we shield it, assuming we get there. This looks like an aggro ball. Scan. It's kind of fun. Oh, never mind. Stops being funny. He's got white mana. See, he's got protection spells. Flinging our stuff. Duress, Emmet. Doesn't do enough damage right away. Frontline rush. Oh, that's what it is. He just ran out of stuff. He's got a flame hard duelist. I don't think he's gonna hard cast it. Would he? Would be wrong, but okay, he's just gonna kill my tapped on your can't do no more. Shelly! Come here, Marty. At best I can draw a land. I don't think it's worth it. So, what can he do? Can he kill Shogun? Have to do it. Right? Kind of have to do it there. Then we will try to focus on Kemet. Lay down as a void. I mean, it does exile his Scamp on the death trigger. It gives him 1 turn to do the death trigger. I should not play the island though. Does he have a Scamp? Death trigger this turn. Go off on. He's got 3 lands or 3 cards. He does have frontline rush. Maybe he can pump everything into killing. Shielded. Damages are coming. Oh, nope. Works for me. Get out of here. Alright, our opponent is Chris Dictator. Okay. Oh, either it rains. When it rains, it pours. That's what I'm figuring out here. I'm gonna do it because it's funny, but it would be funny if they're a graveyard deck. They're probably not though. Alice. Fractals. Looking good. Big potential on what they might be. Here's a Darkslick Shores. Let's start us off. On the shores of victory. Surveil. What would you like to surveil, huh? I wonder if they are a reanimator deck. If they ever get. Oh, this bitter reunion. Hilarious. Alright, let's start something. Eventually gonna have to try to hard cast their stuff. What did they discard? Oh! Okay. Alright, Late Out Void did this stuff. No more dictator for you. Alright, our opponent is Vieira. I'll go first. Against the Vieira. Okay, got the Floodpits Drowner. Not great, but it's a start. Fine. Red. Okay. Something's really gonna have to drown. Stop it. I didn't want that, did I? How did we do that? Not going to attack here. Pretty important for me that he didn't attack. I will attack. Oh, it jumps. Okay. He wants to jump, I'm all happy for it. He is going to have to play 2 spells. got lots of drowning here. Didn't even attack with a 2-1. Funny man. Okay, I can't do Kaito. So we're all gonna go in. See what happens. That's a life linker. The life linker stays home. Why would you raise? Do you want to trade? Trade my sister? Are you aware of? I guess you can walk it. If he wants to. Alright, he's trading everything. So if I just bat him, he won't have enough. Stock up shellfish. Anoint. What a stop that. Nothing stops this deck. That's for sure. How do I fight this crap? Oh, no. I can double block just to kill one. And I won't be able to fight that.
This is where things... Ha! I love a dramatic entrance. Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
Kaito's not long for it as well. What? Okay. Is that what you want to do? So, I want to get rid of the slingshot, right? Because we're locking that.
I've got them pinned. Press the attack.
Only 3-4. I mean, it's not going to do much to not blocking, so. Okay, that's a weird block too. So we will. Huh. kill like this. Just one attack. These? Oh, rage? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's hard rage. Okay. It wasn't rage. It was just a land. Nice block. It's also pretty good, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. I can deal 6 damage to him.
I've trained for situations. Out of the shadows and into the fray.
Down 4.
Control the fight, control the outcome.
Spell Pierce for no reason. He's at 4. Come on. Oh, we took him out. Skip it. Is it? No match for my collector skills. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all of those Dimir games, how does this deck feel? Does the aggressive tempo play in Dimir really outshine most Final Fantasy cards? This is one of the things I talked about when I was, pseudo-reviewing the cards released in Final Fantasy, when I was going over them in the last few games. Like I said, they look very fun. They don't look very good. And that's kind of the problem, because Standard is so aggressive. Turn 2, turn 3, you have to have everything under control or you die. So this deck tries to do that at its best, right? We have Cecil and we have Emmet. Those are very good cards from Final Fantasy to help us maintain control, to help us maintain card advantage, or at least card quality. And those are the really only cards that I can think of to include in the Dimir Midrange deck. Now, Leyline of the Void may not be new, but it definitely got included because of Emmet allowing us to play Leyline of the Void and potentially loot it away when we don't need to. But more importantly, there are so many graveyard shenanigans right now. Leyline of the Void gets to outshine almost every other sort of tax cards. The obviously Omniscience deck gets killed by Leyline of the Void. Also, the Jumbo Cactuar with the reanimation, the Dinosaurs with reanimation, Yuna with the reanimation. There's so many decks that just plays on reanimation. If they couldn't reanimate their graveyard, their whole deck is worthless. As you saw in one of those games where our opponent, we only had 2 lands, but we had 2 Leyline on board, and our opponent played 2 spells and just thought, hey, I don't want to play this game, I'm gonna leave. So that's kind of this idea of why I included the deck. Very satisfying to see our opponent rage quit as soon as they see this beautiful card there. And that's kind of the idea I had. Everything else, I think, serve their purpose just fine. Obviously, I still don't think this deck is fine-tuned enough. There's a lot of 3-offs, and general rule of thumb is that you should either have none of or 4 off a card in your deck. If they're good, you should have 4 of them. If they're not good, you should have none of them, right? So right now, because the meta is so wide and that the standard has so many sets in there, people really haven't figured out what's the best way to counteract every kind of idea, every kind of deck list out there. So a lot of people are experimenting with 2-offs and 3-offs, myself included. And a lot of times I would be playing, 4 cut downs, and instead of that, I may play 2 cut downs and 2 disfigure, so I can combine them. Sometimes I play 4 gold for the throw. Sometimes I play 4 Duress, and there's none of that here, which is kind of odd, but again, I'm now playing an 80 card deck, and I really want to know which card is best and which card work best, right? So what we saw today was Spy Goddess Siren worked perfectly. 3-off, 4-off, I think 4-off probably okay. 3-off is fine. Cecil worked just fine. Cecil was able to stop a lot of cards, so that's fine in the early game. Floodpits Drowner is great. Floodpits Drowner helped us survive a lot of decks, so I love it. Deep-Cavern Bat though, I don't know. Maybe too many. Maybe we'll go down to none. Honestly, Deep-Cavern Bat is a great card in a lot of matchups, just not in today's meta. Because when it gets killed, it just gets killed, and we don't have, we don't have a way to protect it. Right, Preacher, great, but maybe not 3-off. Probably go down to 2-off. Emmet, great. I will go to 4-off just so that we can have Emmet show up more often. Even though I think Emmet showed up a lot of games, we never got to flip him. That's unfortunate. Kaito, 3-off, 4-off. I think either way is fine. Probably 4-off because we want to have more Kaito. But again, I don't know. Curiosity is fine as a 2-off. Leyline of the Void is probably fine as a 2-off, but I'm greedy. I want to make sure I hit Leyline and stop our opponent. And Shieldred, I don't know. I don't even think we need Shieldred. I don't think any Shieldred got us any real game. Maybe that one time where we had Shieldred and nothing else and we just attacked to win. But outside of that, because Shieldred doesn't draw any cards, it just gains us life. And by turn 4, gaining life is no longer necessary. We either won or we lost. That's kind of the idea anyways. And in the removals, they're all just fine. So again, I don't know what should be the 2-offs or 4-offs or none-offs. But right now, there's a lot of 3-offs in this deck and it plays pretty fine. Right, it's very fun to play at the very least. Like I said, Emmet's helping us loot every turn was very fun. But that's really all I got. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.